Hello?
I'll do my best for that. I'll do my best for that.
Okay, all right. So we go with Professor Najla Romdhane now, shall we?
Yes, Prof, as you like.
All right, Dr. Amani, are you there? Yes. Is Professor Najla there? Can you hear me?
Yes, okay, she's here. Okay.
All right, Professor Najla Romdhane. I just need to hear your voice.
Professor Najla has a recorded video. She sent it to us. You can start.
Okay. All right. Now, until we just resolve some logistical issues, we are pleased to have with us now Professor Najla Romdhane from Tunisia. And Professor Romdhane is a professor at the National Engineering School of Tunis and at the Polytechnic School of Tunisia, EPT. She has capitalized 30 years of experience in tertiary education and scientific research, including 15 years within the cabinet of the Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research of Tunisia, during which she actively conducted so much research, participated in the development, and then in monitoring and the implementation of strategies and policies for the reform of the sector. Professor Najla will be talking to us about the quality of higher education in Tunisia and main orientations post-COVID-19. Now, Professor Najla, you have the floor.
Thank you so much. Let me introduce myself. My name is Najla BOUDEN ROMDHANE. I have in charge the supervision of the Tertiary Education for Employment project, which is supporting the implementation of a large part of the reform of higher education here in Tunisia, mainly in terms of quality assurance, and employment. First, I would like to express my warmest thanks to the organizers who made this webinar possible. I will present the quality assurance landscape in Tunisia with a focus on the main orientation due to the pandemic. So let me introduce briefly our quality assurance landscape of higher education and research. As you can see, it's a traditional three-pillar system composed by the Ministry of Higher Education and Research, the public universities, 12 universities plus a virtual university, and the two quality regulatory bodies. Financing through different mechanisms, mainly through contractualization, competitive funding programs, and performance-based financing. Regarding the international standards, namely the European and African standards and guidelines, the university and the institutions are the first responsible of the quality of their services delivery in terms of research, learning, and teaching. They have to develop their own specific and respective quality assurance policies with regard, of course, to the national strategy and ensure a continuous improvement of quality.
علم ويقين تام بأننا قادرين على أن نواصل
consultation
في هذه المحاور.
In 2011,
وقد بدأت كل هذا النقاش منذ عامين تقريبا، وقد كان لدينا خطة عمل لأن نحقق هذا الأقصى خلال عامين 2012. وقد كانت المنصة التي جمعتنا لحل هذه القرارات طبقا لعملية تجريبية واقعية.
and conceptual recommendations and outcomes of the
أن التوصيات التي جاءت بشأن هذا الإصلاح بجودة التعليم
and innovation
التي
system,
تركز عليها
a holistic approach,
وزارة التعليم العالي
performance and accountability.
وبخاصة التركيز على الاقتصاديات.
Developing of a
في
national
المقام الثاني
and accreditation strategy and quality assurance
دور وحدة الجودة في هذا البناء الخارجي.
acronym PROMES in French.
ولدينا مشروع مهم للغاية في شأن الأعمال التي قامت بها وزارة التعليم. فمثل ما أخبركم
It's funded by a loan contracted by our government with the World Bank, and the main
الحكومة
improving the employability of our graduates.
وهذا يدفعنا لتحسين وضع الخريجين وإدارة الأنظمة كافة. وهنا أعرض لكم وجهة أخرى عن برنامج التنوير الوزارة التي قامت بها والتي تم تمويلها
competitive innovation.
والعمل عليها.
They finance according to a bottom-up approach.
أخيرا لقد تم التوصل إلى تطوير جميع المؤسسات التعليمية بالقارة الأفريقية والوصول بمستوى راقي من التواصل الاحترافي والمهني.
University. The third window deals with
تطوير الأعمال
students
في جامعة الأزهر وطلاب الجامعات. وهذا يقوم بإلقاء الضوء على الجامعات الأفريقية.
Very recently, and in order to meet the new challenges introduced by the pandemic COVID-19, a fifth component or window was launched in October 2020 with the support of the British Embassy for the development of online training and the digitalization of the associates education and administrative services. Window 4 therefore supports the development of strategy planning and management of universities and institutions, the so-called and well-known now here in Tunisia, PAC, DGSU and DGSE. For the French speakers, DGSU pour développement de la gestion stratégique des universités et DGSE, c'est le développement de la gestion stratégique des établissements. This category of project supports the priority areas of training and employability, innovation, student services and governments. And this last aspect, the PAC, DGSU and DGSE supports internal quality assurance and in particular the dynamization and operationalization of the internal quality committees. They also support the accreditation, of course, and the implementation of a total quality management system for a proper functioning of administrative and pedagogic services. As I told you, more recently in October 2020, our Ministry of Higher Education and Scientific Research has launched a new competitive program to meet the new challenges related to the pandemic context, mainly preserving the academic year and ensuring distance learning and evaluation, and as well as administrative services, building a more resilient higher education system, and enhancing the employability of young graduates by consolidating their transferable life and life skills. Tunisia higher education have several assets to meet these challenges. First, universities have just achieved their strategic orientation plans and are revising their priorities by introducing more e-administration, information system, digital education, and related infrastructure. Second, we have in Tunisia a virtual university which, as part of its mission, supports the implementation of the national strategy for online education in Tunisia, and which confirmed its agility during the management of the two previous waves of the pandemic and the pedagogical continuity. Third, our Khwarizmi Computer Center which has renewed its infrastructure for a scalable and flexible architecture and services in terms of network, security, storage, high-speed connectivity, national cloud, etc. The main expected impact of this window is the development of online education system within universities and institutions, and more broadly the digital transformation of their services. For that, the program will be fostering national and institutional capacity for quality assurance and promoting a continuous improvement process nationally as well as at each university level. It will support quality online teaching and learning at scale. It will boost quality assurance activities related to online education, which consists of university self-evaluation, benchmarking with specific standards, capacity building, and certification, the development and the implementation of university strategic plans focused on quality assurance, and it will also promote external quality assurance initiatives such as accreditation. And of course, it will boost the university-wide observatories because we need to aggregate monitoring and evaluation efforts across higher education institutions, such as student satisfaction and graduate employment tracer study. Again, given the expected economic impact of the pandemic, ensuring high-quality, labor market-relevant programs of study will be more important than ever. The target here is also to help students and graduates in the acquisition of additional skills to cover the new emerging labor market needs in promising sectors such as sustainable development sector, disaster risk management and reduction, circular economy, etc. But also upgrading and retraining in new areas of education, research and innovation, and boosting as well self-employment and entrepreneurship. And a final and very enthusiastic remark. As you have seen, we are engaged in a dynamic and agile reform process with a view to synergy, pooling of resources and complementarity between all the projects. For my part, I have high expectation for the next stage, which will be the valorization of the PEPITs that are already emerging in our universities. And I will be very honored to come back to you and share some success stories and lessons learned. Thank you again for your kind attention, and please take care. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Najla. This was indeed an informative presentation. I think we've learned that so many countries are undergoing massive and actually profound changes for the future.